Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we're going to first look at Arsenal having ideal 31 goals, £17 million Alexandre Lacazette replacement, even if takeover fails, and then we're going to look at Mikel Arteta responding to Daniel Ek's bid to buy Arsenal from Stan Kroenke. So the first transfer headline states that Arsenal have ideal 31 goals, £17 million Alexandre Lacazette replacement, even if takeover fails. So the reports are stating that Arsenal could replace Alexandre Lacazette for just £17 million were they to pursue the Red Bull Salzburg striker Patson Daka this summer. Arsenal have ideal 31 goal, £17 million Alexandre Lacazette replacement even if takeover fails. That's Red Bull Salzburg's Patson Daka, who has 31 goals and 10 assists in 36 appearances for the Austrian Bundesliga leaders in the current campaign. It's not a one-off season for the Zambia international either, given he produced 27 goals and 12 assists in 45 games last term. At just 22, Daka's goal-scoring record deserves acclaim, and his former strike partner Erling Haaland has proven with Borussia Dortmund that just because Austria is not a major league does not mean those goals cannot be taken to the higher divisions. Daka is profiting from the fact that the Salzburg attack is built around him and he averages enormous amounts of shots per game for his current employers, which would not be sustainable in some Premier League teams. He would need to be the starting centre forward and the focal point of the team, and with Alexandre Lacazette potentially gone and Aubameyang better out wide, Arsenal could give him that role. The African would offer some of the same qualities as Odsonne Edouard, if not more given his wide skill set, but at even a cheaper price, with it thought £70 million could be enough to prize him from Salzburg. Dortmund paid £80 million for Haaland by contrast, and his value has since increased at least sevenfold. There's plenty to suggestion time in the Premier League would see Daka quickly establish himself as a player worth at least double what Salzburg would sell him for, if not triple. A tall, fast and strong clinical finisher who has plenty of pace but is also cute and clever with his movement and positioning, Daka also works hard defensively. Everything about his profile suggests he will be one of the next big successes of the Salzburg production line. There's plenty to suggest he could be an excellent leading man in an Arteta team, and he has a more polished game than Eddie Nketiah or Folarin Balogun, for all of the latter's promise. Best of all, at £17 million, given Alexandre Lacazette would sure fetch a higher fee if he's to move on, Daka could be even signed even if Spotify CEO Daniel Ek fails in his third £2 billion takeover bid. Though Salzburg have been the Champions League group stages the past 2 seasons thanks to winning in the playoff round both years, there's no hiding that the Premier League is a step up in standard to Austria's top tier, and the chance to display his talents at a higher level at a club at the standing of Arsenal despite their on-pitch underperformance in recent years will surely appeal. An attack with Daka consisting of the likes of Bukayo Saka, Nicolas Pepe beginning to show his best form at the Emirates, Gabriel Martinelli, Emile Smith-Rowe, and of course Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is one to get excited about. Even more so if Martin Odegaard is signed on another loan deal or even permanently. Daka is a player who simply has to be on Arsenal's radar if they sell Alexandre Lacazette and they are serious about upgrading the front line in the chase of regular Champions League football once more. So we have to wait and see how the Patson Daka development will happen in the summer. And this nicely takes us on to the second piece of news, which states that Mikel Arteta responds to Daniel Ek's bid to buy Arsenal from Stan Kroenke. So the reports are stating that Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has responded to Spotify co-founder Daniel Ek's bid to buy the Premier League from Stan Kroenke. Last week, Swedish businessman Ek, who is worth a reported £3.4 billion, confirmed his interest in buying Arsenal from KSE. The 38-year-old has gained support from Arsenal legends Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira and Dennis Bergkamp. But club owners Stan and Josh Kroenke said on Sunday they would not be selling any stake and remain 100% committed. Asked about Daniel Ek's bid to buy Arsenal, Gunners boss Mikel Arteta said on Wednesday morning, "I cannot control the speculation and what is going on. What I like to know and talk about is the reality. We have owners that are really committed and want a successful team on the pitch and will do everything they can to achieve that." Daniel Ek's bid was dealt a major blow on Sunday when the owner said in a statement, "We have not received any offer and we will not entertain any offer. Our ambition for Arsenal remains to compete to win the biggest trophies in the game, and our focus remains on improving our competitiveness on the pitch to achieve this." More than 1,000 fans protested against Arsenal's current owners at the Emirates before the 1-0 loss to Everton on Friday night. The defeat left Arsenal 10th in the Premier League with 5 games remaining in Arteta's first full season as manager. Gunners legend Arsene Wenger, meanwhile, has offered to help in any way amid speculation of a possible takeover involving his former players Henry, Vieira and Bergkamp. Speaking to beIN Sports on Tuesday night, Wenger said, "I would like to say I like the fact that former people of the club run the club, and basically you have 2 examples in the football world. Former players who run the club like Bayern Munich, or big investors that buy a club like Manchester City. You all have different kinds. I personally, because I'm a football man, I like the fact that the former Arsenal players take over and have advice. For the project, I believe I prefer personally the best deals are made when nobody knew about it and you come out and it's done. Once you announce things, you have a mountain to climb after. Nobody wants to give in, and it's better always that you do your deal and then it's done. You come out and then you take people you want." So Mikel Arteta has responded to Daniel Ek's bid to buy Arsenal from Stan Kroenke. And given how poor we were versus Villarreal yesterday, I think the Gunners need a massive overhaul. And do you really believe Stan Kroenke is going to put his money where his mouth is and put the cash for Mikel Arteta and Edu to have a summer overhaul? And I really do not think so. If the Gunners do not make it into the Champions League through the Europa League, and if they don't win Villarreal by a massive 1-0 or more to just qualify to the final of the Europa League, they will have no chance to make it in the Champions League, and Mikel Arteta won't probably have any funds from Stan Kroenke, as mentioned before. But we have to wait and see how this Daniel Ek bid pans out. But other than that, guys, remain blessed. Stay tuned for the next video, and peace.